everyone, I hope that you're doing well today. Welcome back to a new episode of Grow. Today we grow with books. I am actually very excited about this episode because it was actually a book that encouraged me to start plants in Lucia. So today I want to share with you the books that have been with me as I grow with my plants, and I hope that at least one book inspires you as much as it inspired me to bring more nature to your home. So let's get to it. The first book that I'm going to share with you today is actually a book in Spanish. This is the only book on the list that is in Spanish, but I really wanted to include it because it played a big role when creating plants in Lucia. And I would love to share the story with you. This book is called Un jardín dentro de casa, which means a garden inside the home. And it belonged to my grandmother. You know, I didn't know that this book belonged to my grandmother. In fact, I had never seen it before the moment that I'm going to tell you now. This moment was last year around January, and I was feeling really lost in my life. So I had decided to do some changes, and I started this idea of doing a YouTube channel on plants. I didn't know so much about plants then, but somehow they were calling me. But I remember that day in January, I was in my parents' house and I started drawing the whole project. And in that moment, drawing the whole project, I looked up and I saw this book. And I saw the title, A Garden Inside the Home. So I took it and I saw that the book was really old. This book is actually from the 80s. And at that moment, I remembered my grandmother's house. My grandmother's house was full of plants, you guys. She cared so much for them. But for some reason, I never connected her with that. She didn't talk about it so much. It was her thing. And I just started crying at that moment because I felt so connected with her. My mom then confirmed that this book was hers. And I just felt that she was talking to me. So it was a big force to start this community. And I'm not going to talk more because I'm going to cry. But this book is super close to my heart. If you want some 80s styles inspiration, you can look it up. I don't know if it's still on the market, but I just wanted to share with you this part of the story. So yes, this book is very close to my heart and to our community. Okay, to the next book. So the second book is a book that I recommend to all plant beginners like myself. This book is called How Not to Kill Your Houseplant. And I can tell you guys, this has been a lifesaver for me. It's actually a really cool book because it gives you over 100 houseplants, and it's very nice because it has all the pictures for them. So if you don't know the name of your plant, it's okay. You can just look for the picture and it gives you the common name and the scientific name. So yeah, it's very useful. Then you can look up for the plant. For example, we have the aloe vera here, and it gives you the light, location, watering, special care. And then what I love the most is that it actually gives you some of the most common problems and what may be the cause and how you can fix them. So it's super good for beginners. I always really super recommend this book. So yeah, if you're just starting to bring plants to your home, this is a very good book to have. It's a very good reference book and it's very simple for beginners. Okay, on to the next. Book number 3 is How to Make a Plant Love You by Summer Rain Oaks. So most likely you know Summer Rain Oaks from YouTube. She also has a YouTube channel on plants, which is amazing, you guys. So if you haven't seen it, I really recommend you check it out. And this book not only gives us scientific information about plants, but actually what I love about it is that she shares her story and experience with plants. You know, after reading this book, I started noticing nature right in my city. On the sidewalk, on the streets, in the parks. I started noticing how it really is all around us and within us. So if you want to be inspired by other fellow plant lovers, this book is really good. It's just so nice to read about other people's stories and how they got closer to nature. So I strongly recommend. The fourth book that I'm going to talk about was also one of the first books that I got after How Not to Kill Your Houseplants. And this is called Living with Plants by Sophie Lee. The book is super beautiful, first of all. It has many really nice pictures on how to style your houseplants and how to put them in your house, like this, or this one here. So it's very good to get some ideas on how to style your plants in your house. It also has general tips on houseplant care, so different ways you can water your plants, how to care for succulents, and it has many DIY projects. For example, you can learn how to make a macrame hanger, and I learned from this book how to make a coquetana. So if you're interested in more artsy projects and how you can combine art with nature at home, this book is really good. The next two books, I'm actually reading them at the moment and I'm finding them really good. So the first one is called Medicinal Plants. This book, I actually got it in Norway in a traditional pharmacy, so they also sell some herbs and some other things, and it was beautiful, and they had this book. So this book is a very good reference for healing plants and home remedies. There are two things that I love about this book. The first one is that it has a list of plants with their illustrations like so you can see which plant you're looking at and what is the plant used for. The second thing that I love about this book is that it gives you recipes for teas, lotions, and other ways that you can use your plants at home. And these are home remedies with very beautiful pictures, so it is very easy to follow. The second book that I'm reading now and is perfect for this season is called Root Nurture Grow. And this book is by Carol Langton and Rose Ray or Rocco. Guys, this book is beautiful. You know, the more that I learn about this plant world, the more it inspires me. This book talks about how a plant can really live forever as we continue to pass cuttings along. And you know, it's really inspiring because you see how a cutting can grow to another plant, and that love that you put into your cutting can be passed to a friend or a relative. It's really beautiful. So this book has many propagation methods depending on the plant. And it's a great book. Actually, it has instructions step by step with beautiful pictures again. So for example, this page right here, propagation by division, I actually use these instructions here to divide my asparagus fern. And it was a success, you guys. So yeah, it's a very cool book and I would really recommend it. Okay, so these are some of the books that have been with me in my experience with plants during the past year. I'm so happy that I can share this with you as I continue to learn about plants, and these books are really good tools to keep learning about them. And it's so nice to just share that experience with you. Thank you so much for this moment together. I know that we're going through rough times, but we're very close. We're here for each other. So let's keep the chat going, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah! So, how about you? Do you have any plant books that have marked your experience with plants? Do you have any plant books on your wish list? Now you know how I got into plants. So how did you begin to bring plants to your home? Anything else you would like to talk about? This is free chat. Okay, my friends, thank you so much for this moment together. Sending lots of love to whatever you are, and I will see you in the next one.